Michael Berkman 35.3%, and the Labor Party on 23.6%. The Green vote is down 8%, the LP vote up 5.3%, and Natasha Files 2.5% up. Natasha Windsors for the LNP. That's translating into a two-party preferred swing to the LNP of 5.1%, and that's partly caused by this shift between the Greens and the Labor Party in terms of first preferences. But there's no doubt there that Michael Berkman has been re-elected as a member for Maiwar.
Well, Michael Berkman, congratulations on being re-elected. Nonetheless, we're seeing a swing against you and a swing against the Greens in their target seats, and of course losing the seat of South Brisbane to Labor. What do you put that down to?
Yeah, look, thanks for having me. I think there are a few things to take away from this, and the first point I'd make is that we have seen the highest statewide primary vote for the Greens in our party's history. That's a really important takeaway here. I find it fascinating too that Premier Miles effectively gave up on the idea of going after the LNP and trying to retain government and started going for the Greens instead. You know, we saw him say in as many words that he would prefer to see an LNP minority government than deal with the Greens. Today he was in some of our strongest prospective seats campaigning rather than trying to retain others from the LNP. So it's a bit mysterious, but look, one of my biggest takeaways from this is that we've seen a fundamental shift in the political landscape here, and Labor effectively just adopting half of our 2020 election platform. You know, we've now got both the major parties agreeing to effectively free public transport with 50-cent fares, a Greens proposal from many years ago. Labor's adopted ideas like free GP clinics, free school lunches for kids, and they've even taken some small steps towards, taking a fair share back from the resources sector. So, look, there's a lot in this result. It's a complex one, but yeah, not all is as straightforward as it might seem.
Michael, it's Rachel Stewart. It doesn't seem that you're on track to pick up any seats. As we've discussed, it looks like you could be going backwards. Will the Greens have to do some soul searching after this election result?
Yeah, look, we will, like everyone does after every election, we'll pause, we'll reflect and we'll regroup, but there's no doubt that, as is reflected in the growth in the statewide vote, our party and our movement is as big as it's ever been. We'll come back stronger than ever, and we'll keep fighting for the things that we've been pursuing for years. Victory takes a lot of different forms. Political wins look different in different circumstances, and for me now, reflecting on this outcome, those policy issues that we have managed to shift, that we've brought into the mainstream political dialogue, those are wins. Let's not forget as well that this was always going to be tough for us. We've got effectively the entire media class, we've got both of the major parties training their fire on us as a minor party, but we're not going anywhere. The Greens are as strong as we've ever been, and we're going to come back fighting even harder.
We were discussing it earlier, but how much of an impact do you think your federal colleagues have here on a state level?
Oh, look, I think they're very different contests, and I'd make the point as well that in seats like Greenslopes, which sits within Griffith, we saw a massive swing. Really optimistic seeing the big swings in Miller that sits inside the federal seat of Moreton. So again, I think that would be a really simplistic take away from the state campaign, and I think we've got a lot to be excited about for the future of the party.
Michael, thank you for joining us.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Now, I'm just being